Welcome back to the Vision Streetwear ABA Grandnationals of Bicycle Motocross. Amateur class racing coming up next and a national title at stake, Scott.
And first up is going to be that turbo 12-year-old, In-Hee Lee, riding for GT Bicycles. He dominated and won his 12-year-old expert main.
He has the title right now, but he's got to sit back and watch.
It's time to watch and see if any other rider with a higher rider count can take it away. One of those guys is charging Charlie Davison in the Fast Cap 14-year-old expert class. His main competition is going to be jamming Justin Green, riding for Diamondback Bicycles. They've been battling it all year long, head-to-head competition. We'll see him in the main event. We move up a notch to the 15-year-old experts. David Milham, riding for GT Bicycles, has some tough competition coming from Shelby James, winner of the semi #2 in the cruiser class. He's a tough competitor in the 15 expert. And then, of course, there's Galen Starlin, another top 15-year-old expert who watched his title slip away last year. He wants it now. In the 17-year-old expert class, it's Mike Ellis, another GT BMX rider. He's going to be battling head-to-head with the Bigfoot superstar from Sacramento, Kenny May, our #1 cruiser and amateur title chaser.
It's a long day of racing for every racer, especially Kenny May. Look back, quarterfinal race where only 3 qualified, and here Kenny May just about gets bumped out.
That's true. Kenny bumped back and forth between Veltman and it looks like Ron Pettit off the starting line. Here again, he's getting bumped around a little bit. Veltman is giving him some tough competition, not letting him by any means. They all want to qualify for that main event. Waller's got the lead. He's out in front with an easy one. Pavlovsky in second. And here Kenny again trying to move on the outside, and he's got the high outside line. Veltman dives on the inside again, trying to put out Kenny. He barely qualifies.
As you can see, it's a long day of racing, even to make it to this. Right now, semifinal action, 15 experts, Scott.
6 big riders up on the line. We're just looking at David Milhan. There's Bubba McIntosh, Eric Philly, Galen Starlin, Jason King, and David Duarte.
Watch for the drop of the gate. 4 riders qualify out of 6.
But the 2 we're keying on, Galen Starlin, and David Milham. Milham on the inside looks to have the whole shot, but Galen pumps it a little bit more on the outside to dive into the big first turn. They're up and over. Into the second turn, it's Galen for free agent. Out in front, Milham in that hot second spot. They're still battling at it. It's a flip-flop of their cruiser semi-main event, Dave.
Starlin looking for that blue groove, the fast line. He's got a whole track in front of him.
And Bubba McIntosh moving up there for Team Boss into that 3rd spot. And we've got 4 riders going to the main. It's going to be an easy one for Starlin, Milham, McIntosh, and number 72, David Duarte.
So David Milham and Galen Starlin will clash with Shelby James later on in the program. On the line right now, 17 experts semifinal action. There's Mike Ellis, Jeff Donnell, Alexander Flug, Kiyomi Waller, Kenny May, and Eric Carter. They're on the line waiting for the gate to drop.
4 of them into the big main event. There's Kenny May, the Sacramento superstar. Waller's been getting consistent hole shots all day long. He's right up in front there. But Eric Carter, the man from Team Schwinn, has the lead at this time. Coming out of the big Yamaha first turn. Carter's got the lead. Waller in second. Kenny May all the way back to 4th. He's in trouble on the bubble position.
And it looked like Mike Ellis slipped a pedal, and he is back there. Looks like in 5th.
The GT superstar, sure enough, is back in 5th. His chances of the amateur #1 title are slipping away fast. It's Carter still out in front, Waller in second. Kenny May's moved up to 3rd. He's not in that bubble position. There goes Ellis on the outside trying to make a move. It's no good. He's chances are dashed for the amateur #1 title. Kenny May will go to the main event.
Official results, Carter, Waller, May, and Donnell.
Time now, David, for round #2 of the big pros, and this looks like Charlie Townsend. 6th place in that first round has put some heavy pressure on this gentleman. He's got to come back to attack. And there's Mikey King. You know, I've known Mikey and his big brother Eddie since they were like 9 and 12 years old. These guys are BMXers to the core.
Known as the Kings of BMX. With more on that, let's go to Dean Bradley.
BMX is a family affair. Brothers, sisters, even parents all have a chance to get involved. But the family spirit and support is probably best found in BMX's own royal family, the King brothers from San Diego, California.
I started the sport of BMX in 1975. And when I first came out to a race, BMX was really in its relic days. People were out there on $30 bicycles with makeshift pads on their bikes, all taped up together. People didn't really have any type of uniform or helmet. It was really kind of junkyard BMX is what you could call it. Nothing really professional like you find nowadays. You know, I borrowed a friend's helmet and went out there, and went at it.
Eddie King's a true veteran, but what's it now like to be racing with your young upstart brother, Mikey King?
It's kind of different because I've always, treated him as a little brother. Having to race him, practice with him, and groom him to beat other amateurs. And now I'm out here, and if I practice with him, I'm grooming him to beat me, not necessarily to beat any other type of competition, but the pro class, and that includes me nowadays. So it is different. He's earned not just my respect, but everybody's respect, because I think everybody knew, even when he was an amateur, when he came into the pro ranks, that he'd be a good pro.
I was a sophomore in high school, and I wanted to know what I wanted to do in life, because a lot of people ask you that question when you're at that age. And I was watching my brother, he was taking off to races, and he was making lots of money, and he was, buying houses and buying cars, and I figured if I just, followed in his footsteps, maybe I could become successful like him. There is a lot of pressure. I gotta admit it. I've been up at night, thinking about this race a lot. I've been in a situation before. I think that's where a lot of people might, give me the credit over Charlie, because Charlie's only got one title, and of course, he got it his rookie year too, and that's something I'm trying to accomplish. I'm trying to be the first person to win a #1 amateur title and then turn around and win a #1 pro title. That's never been done, and that's been on my mind a lot. And, my parents are they're real great parents. They're excellent parents. They really don't push me like some parents do. They expect me to give it my best, and if I do my best, then they're real happy with that. With my brother, he pushes me a lot. We're probably going to go riding later on this afternoon, and he's probably going to hammer a few thoughts in my head about this weekend coming up.
As a BMX superstar, we wondered how outsiders reacted to Mikey's youthful fame and fortune.
I just kind of show them what's in the garage, and they kind of figure, I just do it for fun, and they think I have a 9-to-5 job, and everyone else is in school or at work, and I'm sitting around riding my bike. And they're kind of jealous, they think about it. They make fun of me, and what can I say though? I'm having fun, and that's the main point.
But what does Mikey do for fun when he's not racing?
Water skiing. I enjoy water skiing. I did a lot of that this summer. Playing basketball with my brother, playing football. Just keeping real active and doing a lot of things. And I just have a long list of hobbies that keep me occupied.
Over the years, I think we've both benefited from this, because we always push one another to do better at one thing or the other. We always push one another to do better at the races. We push one another to do better playing basketball, to play softball, lifting weights. And now we're starting to get into another side of it, and that's the financial end of it. We both try to accomplish some certain goals, financially. So when we're done racing, we can say, we've worked our butt off for 15, 20 years, and we've got this and this and that to show for it, and we're not just going to be left out on the street with just the clothes on our back and a bicycle.
The Kings of BMX, two shining examples of youthful ambition, professional BMX, and family unity.
The survivors into Pro Main #2. Gary Ellis now has the lead. He wants to double that.
But the real pressure's on Mikey King and Charles Townsend in lane 1 and 3. There they are with Big Sean, Texas, out in the hole shot. #1 for White Bear. Mikey King moves on the inside. That's a tough spot after last moto's crash. It's a little bit spooky. It's still King, Ellis, White Bear, Sean, Texas out in the lead. King making a move. He's got it on the inside. Where's Charlie Townsend? Back there in that 5th spot. He's in trouble. The #1 title moving away. Mikey King doing a little wing flap over the doubles. He's got the lead and the win in the 2nd round of the Pro Main events.
Mikey King, outstanding ride considering that first main event he injured his foot.
He did. He had a torn up ankle from that big crash in the first race. The guy I feel sorry for is Charlie Townsend. Another 6th place is basically throwing his chances out the window for the national #1 title.
Texas was the 2nd #1.
Gary Ellis with the 1-3 is leading the battle, but leading the war is Mikey King. We'll be back with more racing from the Grand Nationals.